projection game. We're going to be doing a demonstration. We have part 1 and part 2 of this. We're going to be doing a demonstration with a white screen paint and a gray screen paint, which I have over there. So we got a white screen paint mixture and a gray screen paint mixture. How come it's just not going down any farther than it already is? Maybe that's it on how far it goes down. So, well, actually it goes down farther than there. I know it does. Let me see something for a minute. This thing goes down a little farther than this. Oh, there it goes. I know it goes farther than that. All right, so we got a gray screen paint mixture. It's the white green screen paint mixture. We're going to be doing a demonstration with, okay, I'm trying to figure out where my stuff is at. We're going to be doing a demonstration on why these particular screens are useless, and if you're using high-end projectors. We got Sony's here, we got Christie's here, got a couple of things here. So we're going to be doing these demonstrations outside, inside, you know, the whole 9 yards, everything. All right, so we're doing this in contrast. Let me figure out. Okay, where I'm trying to look. I'm looking for something here. Oh yeah. It's over here. It's over here. I need something to prop this up. You know, I can do this with one hand. I don't need anything. It's not like I'm doing the giant screen over there because that took a while. So let's begin on painting this in. The gray screen paint mix right here. All right, I got enough on here. Did it finish this off? I should got enough. Let me get some more out of this. All right, pour some of that in there. Should get enough that time. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to use we got a few high-powered projectors in here. I'm even going to bring down my ultra short throw Optima GT56. That has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. I got an NEC short throw that has a 10,000 to 1 contrast. I have a 3600 lumen Viewsonic projector that has a 22,000 to 1 contrast. And what else we got here? We got a lot of projectors in here. Oh, we got the Panasonic that has a 16,000 to 1 contrast. So we're going to be using all those in there because I've gotten into a conversation with somebody over at one of the sites on Facebook who has a gray screen, and he's talking about how he's got this projector. He's pulling off true 100% contrast levels. The screen is jet black. I said, well, I'll do it in less than what you got over there. I guarantee you can't pull contrast off. Because if that screen has that capability, that means any projector will work with it. It should. I've never heard of a projection screen that you needed a certain contrast projector in order to pull off a black line, an image, but we'll see. All right, so this should take no time at all to dry right here. But for kicks and giggles, we're going to use a Sony, because some people feel that if you have high enough lumens on your projector that you could pull off contrast. That's a 5200 lumen projector right there. No, sorry, not 52. That is the 42. All right, there we go. We're all done and dry. Let's go grab ourselves a fan in the next room. Look at that, smooth. I told you, if you want to paint, you don't want that bar in the middle of your screen. I showed y'all yesterday how to paint your scratchy fixed frame screen. Someone's got work to do today. So I'll show you right over here. That doesn't bother me and disrupt me. He's doing work out back of his house, which he needs to do. There's some branches he got leaning over. And potentially they could cause a problem to his power lines. So he needs to address that issue. Besides, with all the noise I make on that balcony with that sound system, you know, I try to cut it off as early as possible. You know, because I know in the evening when they get home, they don't want to hear that thing. So we'll dry this out nice. That way I don't damage my brick on my fireplace. Let's get something to put that in. So we're going to dry that out because I need that later on for something else. Take a walk to the kitchen real quick. So yeah, last night I was asleep. And I get up. And like I said, my projector stays on all night. For some reason, I haven't figured out how to settings on that projector, how to cut the projector off. Usually, if the video stops playing, whatever stops playing, the projector goes into shuts off. Those things don't shut off. I got to figure out, there's an option in there. Somebody changed it to shut the projector off. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Because I wake up, well, my PS4 is shut off and this thing is still running. But yeah, I woke up that night, I had autoplay for my my YouTube on my PS4, and usually I just let it run all night. Whatever I'm watching just keeps on continue playing. And I had the fish usually pop on. I woke up and saw those fish, man. I just had to show it to you. It was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. All right, so oh wait, oops, sorry about that. I ain't had you guys locked in. That's not coming from there. That's coming from over there. I told you about a tree that snapped in half over there, and part of it broke off and slammed the side of the house, hit the driveway and sprayed all up on the sidewalk. They're finally coming out to cut that down. Yeah, finally coming down to cut all that mess down, because they got a bunch of dead branches that lean over the fence, and every time a gust of wind comes by, a good strong gust of wind, those suckers snap off and they just go right out into the street. So I explained to the fellow at the golf course, he felt like he had a little bit of an attitude, like he didn't want to send anybody out. I said, well, look, got cameras on that side of the house, they record 24/7. I can show you the video of that tree snapping off. It looked unreal. Snapping off and hitting the side of the house and shattering all out in the street. You know, someone gets hit by that, they're not suing me, they're going to sue you. And I'm definitely going to sue you if I get hit with one of those branches. Got a branch that leans over. It's probably about 2 stories that leans over my gate, and it's not a leaf on it. And if that thing were to snap, that's a lot of damage to that thing coming down. So that's okay. You know, take your time, drag your feet, and get impaled. I'm freaking smacked in the head with one of those branches, and I'm not gonna call you. I have my lawyer call you. Hopefully, I don't want to get smacked in the head with a branch. Damage in my floor. Alright, so let's go turn our projector on over here. Just want to make sure I'm bringing the screen all the way over, because just in case, I don't want to damage my brick, my fireplace. Move my fireplace cookers over here. I've done that demonstration already. You're late. You're very late. I've done that demonstration. That demonstration's been done. You were late, my friend. Go back and check my archives when you have time. I've done demonstrations on gray screens, white screens, and black screens. Not screen paint, my friend, not cheap screen paint. High performance certified screens like Elite, DMP Supernova, high-end screens. So, yeah, I've done this already. So what you're preaching to the choir, I've already done it already. Go back and check the archives. All right, let's move on from there. I knew I was going to get one that's going to come and say, well, how come you don't put your screen paint against a gray screen? I did it already. As a matter of fact, I got a screen downstairs, which I like, because it basically has the screen paint splattered across the screen. You know what that one is, right? The one I splattered paint across the screen, and I have a white screen up there showing that demonstration. All right, go back and check. See, that's a good point this fellow made, all right? When he said, how come I'm not testing my screen paint against those screen paints, those paints over there? Let me tell you something. First things first, if you're testing your product against screen paint, are you kidding me? Like that stuff out there, I made that stuff. That stuff out there is cheap. It's cheap. If you're testing your stuff against that, that's no real test. You got to test your stuff against the big boy screens. You got to go against the Darkstar 9. You got to go to the Cinema 5D. You got to do those tests, man. You can't just work on those. If you can pass these screens right here, then this mess right here, you can pass that with flying colors. What else we got in the drawer? Here we go. One more. We got another one right there. You gotta test your stuff against the big stuff. Let's grab another one. What about this one? It's a $4,000 or $5,000 screen right there. Test it. Go back and check the videos. You'll see them up there. DMP Supernova. While that's drying. Matinee Black 0.9. That's by Seymour AV. Let's keep going. Seymour AV. Hey, Chief, how you doing? Seymour AV 1.3. Matinee Black by Seymour AV. That's one of their dark screens right there. Matinee Silver. Another DMP Supernova. One's the Infinity, one's the Blade. I think we're all out there. See? That's what you test your product on. Not this. This is for fun. I know my screen's going to dominate. This is not a problem. When you can test your product against those screens in there, those are certified screens in there. When you can test your product against that and come out on top, then you got a product. This right here is nothing. This is fun, having fun. No challenge here. Oh, you got the Christie. Yes. Yes. I'll turn everybody into Christie fans pretty soon. Got that Christie projector, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Ah, man, a curved screen. Yo, if you do a curved screen, please show me the video. I've done a couple of curved screens. I've done a couple of them. You're going to use Warp, probably going to use what? Warp software or 2 projectors to do it? Because some people use that Warp software to do it. Yeah, please. I haven't seen too many curved screens, man. That's going to be beautiful. Yeah, you got that Christie, man. I put that link out there for that Christie projector. It's still out there. He still has them for $218. The most the price will fluctuate to is about $300, but give it about a couple of days and he has another sale. I don't know how many of these projectors he has because I have 3 of them. Actually, I bought one in air. That's my short throw, which I got lucky on that one because that one came with a short throw lens. I bought my other Christie here. This is my main one. This is a 1080p Christie. 1080p 1920 by 1200 WXGA at around 4,200 lumens. My price tag for what I paid for mine was $229. I think he got it for $218. He's having that sale right now, so keep in mind you might want to get one of those. This technology right here on our technology looks freaking insane. It looks insane. Oh man, yeah. Y'all better jump on that. I've been posting his link everywhere. Yeah, that's going to look nice on the PS3. That's look real nice on the PS3. Yeah, I love the Christie projectors, man. I might, you know what? I'm buying another one from him today. I'm going to get another one because I bought the, because I need another one of these for outside. I bought the WU, well, it's LWU 420. And then I came in here and I bought this one. This one right here is the LW400. Now the LW400 is 4,000 lumens. 4,000 lumens. 4,000 lumens. It's a 720p. But like I said, on this technology, it looks amazing. It's a 720p. But this projector right here, when I got it, I was jumping up and down on camera. Yeah. Like I said, even the 720p's look incredible. Once you apply it to the screen paint, it looks insane. But look, I'll do a demonstration. If you don't believe me, half and half. I think I did that demonstration already. Yeah, I'm going to do it again. We'll do the Christie projector. I'll use my big boy in there, the 1080p, and we'll put that on a half and half screen. Or I'll just post a demonstration here. You can just watch it for yourself when I put the link up. I was screaming about this one when I did the unboxing on this projector live because this projector came with a short throw lens in it. A short throw lens. That lens is a couple grand. I paid $100 for the projector because I got it from a different merchant, but that lens in there is about a couple of grand. And that's a short throw lens. That's why I can have it sitting from here to here. But these right here, you see, yeah, it's a beautiful projector, man, I'm telling you. Whew. Mine sits 18 feet back from my area right there. I used to have all Sonys in here. See, that's a Sony right there. All my projectors used to be Sonys. Sonys, I have nothing but Sonys in here. Sonys, all Sonys. I had nothing but Sonys in here. And then, sorry about that. Nothing but Sonys in here. And then I bought a Christie. The guy had the Christie for like $229. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy one. I heard about Christie's a long time ago because there was a fellow customer about 5 or 6 years ago who had a Christie. It was just worth like 12 grand. And he took it down to get fixed and they stole it. Stole the projector. So eventually I looked it up. I never heard of a Christie projector before at that particular time. And then that's when I saw them. I was like, well, how hot are these things? So eventually, when I used to sell projector package deals, we got two Christie projectors in. They were the LX 400s, the 720p XGA. And when I turned that thing on, I saw how that color exploded off the screen paint. I was like, oh, beautiful, man. Freaking beautiful projector. But we sold both of them. They were gone. We sold both and they went quick. So now around this time now, I was looking for a Christie projector, seeing what else new to buy on eBay. And this fellow popped up with these projectors, and I'm like, I'm buying one. Because that was a 1080p version. Never had the 1080p version. Bought that thing, turned it on YouTube, did it live unboxing. All the factory settings were on 0. Man, that thing looked incredible on the screen. Went out and bought that one. The black one, because I want the black one next. Then they had the WLW and LWX. I bought the LWX, which should be here on Thursday. I'll do unboxing on that one. Now, since he just told me there's 11 of them left, I'm going back in. I'm going to buy another one of those. Because I'm going to use that one for outside. Yeah, I know about Christie's a while ago, about 5 years ago. But like I said, I've had just about everything in here. We're just going to have some fun today. We're going to take our high power projectors, contrast projectors, and we're going to do some demonstrations on how these screens can produce contrast. So I named a couple projectors. I got an NEC short throw, 10,000 to 1 contrast, Panasonic projector, 16,000 to 1 contrast, Optima GT 5600, 20,000 to 1 contrast, Viewsonic projector, 3600 lumens, 20,000 to 1 contrast. I think the other ones are downstairs. No, they're upstairs. They're upstairs. I put them upstairs. So we're going to bring those down for today and do swap outs. And then we're going to do these demonstrations outside also too on the high lumen projectors. So I'm probably going to do a demonstration on this on the Sony VPL FH30, which is a 5200 lumen projector. That's what we're going to be doing today. Because it's not just with screen paint. I've noticed this with high performance gray screens too. They kind of they do contrast demonstrations mainly when they're using ambient light controlled environments where they can control how much light is going to make contact with the screen, or they'll do the demonstration in the dark because contrast has a better fighting chance of producing an image in a dark environment than it does in a well-lit environment. And that's why when I see a lot of these demonstrations online, they will shy away from the star field demonstration, certain OLED demonstrations, or all OLED demonstrations, with the lights on. And when they do try to do it with the lights on, you will notice a bit of a tannish color around the screen, especially when it comes to deeper dark areas of the screen. Now, what they will display are nice bright colors, because nice bright colors are going to perform very good on a screen for this color. This also is a demonstration for a few people that own churches. One of the problems when they have churches, they have really high-end venue projectors in churches. I'm talking about some real powerful projectors. But they figure the projector is going to be back about 30 or 40 feet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And they figure the projectors are going to be back 30 or 40 feet, so they get those big high lumen projectors, and then it hits the screen, and the image comes up like that. All right. Power on the Sony. No, not really, to tell you the truth. I've already done demonstrations with my technology producing high white levels. Contrast is everything when it comes to a screen. It does. It produces a somewhat, because let me tell you something, when I do demonstrations, the first thing I like to do on my demonstrations is I show off these different high performance screens that are lighter than my screen. I'll show off the white levels first, so you can see how bright the white levels look on these screens. And then what I'll do is I'll turn it on different colors like blue, red, and green. You'll notice that those particular screens will fade. The color will fade, the color will wash out. And that's because the screens don't have a contrast level. You have to have contrast. Keep in mind, if contrast wasn't important, OLED wouldn't have dumped millions and millions of dollars into that black technology if it wasn't important. You'd still be watching a great screen. I come from an era, I'm 52 years old. So I came from an era where TV screens were gray. They were like a light gray. And then as time went on, the image got a little sharper in the corners, like the Sony Vegas. The images on the screen got darker and darker and darker. And then you came up with OLED technology, which has a jet black screen. There's a reason why it has a jet black screen. There's a reason why it costs the way it costs. If that was the case and light gray screens did their job like they were supposed to, you wouldn't spend $3,000 to $4,000 for a projection screen. As in, for instance, if you look at Elite screens. Elite screen has the cinema gray, 100-inch. You're talking about what, $800 to $900? Maybe get one for $600. The white screens are a lot cheaper. That was a white screen in there. I got that for $260, 135-inch. That's what I paid for that one. Now, as you start to get to the gray Cinema 5D, which is a darker screen than the Cinema Gray, now you're talking about $1,400, $1,500 for a 100-inch. You go a little dark, the Dark Star 9, which is one of the darkest screen Elite screens make. That screen will cost $3,000. Screens can't. And you do know, if you're going to be using any form of 4K or true 1080p application, the darker the screen, the better performance you're going to get from your projector. That's why there's no such thing as a white or gray. It should be there's a gray 4K screen, but it shouldn't be. I've never seen Screen Innovation design a white screen, have you? Or a silver screen, have you? No, they do all dark screens. It's the reason why. All right. That brings up things to be on a much screen. Let's bring it up a little farther up. And all the way up. There we go. Get a focus in nice. There we are. So let's start off with. Oh, we can turn the fan off now. We don't need that on. Of course, you are going to hear, because they got to cut that tree up. Man, they're going to cut that tree up. You see the firewood. Firewood's expensive. All right, so let's see. Sorry, I'm away from the camera right now. So we'll go with one. A minute.
They believe in it, but we
can't stand those commercials. Let's put it over here. Sorry about that. I'll try to keep that out of the Starfield demonstration right there. Now, mind you, I told you before, when it comes to a gray screen, because people say, oh, black screens can't produce high white levels. Well, the thing about it is the only screen that can produce a 100% white level is a white screen. Just like the only screen that can produce 100% black level is a black screen. I'll show you when they look on a white screen. I'm going to show you right now. You're testing what? You're testing with a venue projector. The reason why I'm testing with a venue projector, because if you can't get a 4200 lumen projector of this caliber to produce on, to get anything underneath of it to produce. So what you're trying to tell me that I have projectors in here of 1000 lumen 720p in my arsenal. You know how many projectors I own? I own about 30-40 projectors. So I buy a lot of projectors. I have low-end projectors from 1999. I have old school projectors, new projectors. So keep in mind, if you're telling me that a 4200 lumen projector, 1920 by 1200, 1080p projector here can't produce an image on this, what makes you think that a 2000 lumen projector or a 3200 lumen projector is going to do any better? That should tell you right there. Now, if I start off with a very low projector, then anything higher than that is going to produce a better image. That's why I started with the big boy first. So you can see that even if I use my powerhouse projector, you're still not going to get the best ability. Keep in mind, when people buy projectors, they don't downgrade, they upgrade. You don't go, well, you know, I don't have, if I want a better image, I'm going to go up to 4K. You don't go back to 720p. Yeah, I can clearly see that because he's talking about using a lower end projector. If I'm using a low end projector to begin with, what point would I be making here? Let me use the high power projector. So he's saying that a low end projector is going to produce a better image than a high end projector. I don't know about that one, but we'll go with it. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's pull up a snowstorm. And there you go. There's no screen on the face of the planet that's going to have the ability to pull up a white image higher than a white screen. So if anybody tells you a screen has the ability to pull the equal amount of white light of a white screen is a liar, because that's virtually impossible. Where with our technology being black, and I've done this demonstration many times before, I can produce colorful fish and our images can blend into gray screens because our screens produce that high of a white level for a black screen, not a gray screen. I love how people, I'm not trying to be rude here, but I love how individuals will come in here and try to question, and they don't check what my work, all my work, what I do, you know, but their theory, they figure that, okay, he's haven't done these tests before. But man, I'm telling you, got enough in that archives to choke a horse and some. I would check out the videos if I were you, because what you're saying over here might as well just be French. Dude, if you're talking about venue projectors, all right, there's JVC projectors out there that have 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 60,000 lumens. It's what you only see within your category. That's what it is. Now, some of the Sonys out there have 2,000 lumens, 1,000 lumens. I got a Panasonic in there that has 1,500 to 1, no, it's 1,500 lumens, all right? So, to tell you the truth, if you're trying to say there's no other projector that makes higher lumens than 2,000 or 1,000 lumens, Come on, man. You haven't, you got to look at some of the high-end projectors that would cost you 50, 60, 100,000, $200,000. As a matter of fact, I was in here having a discussion with somebody who was claiming that there is no such thing as a 30K projector. There is one. Chrissy has one. They're called high venue projectors. These are projectors they use at Disney. They use at different show events. They use for what they call visual effects for concerts. They use them for special effects for all different kinds of movies and stuff like that. These projectors are 30K. The reason why we don't look at these projectors because projectors are way outside the price range. So you're saying that, this is what you're saying. If someone were to take, and listen to what he's saying, if someone were to take a high-powered projector, more advanced than a home projector, and it doesn't have the ability to produce a proper image on a gray and white screen, then a projector lower than that can do the job. That's what you're saying. That's the equivalence of me saying that, no. I don't want that Bugatti over there. Give me that freaking Gremlin. Those of you remember what a Gremlin was, that little car you had back in the day? That's going to go much faster. Dude, you're living in a make-believe fantasy world. I'm not going to entertain you anymore. I'm sorry. Goodbye. All right. My goodness. I never heard such backwards knowledge in my entire life. You're going to tell me, but it's not the same as a home. Yeah, of course it's not the same, but if you can't get a venue projector, a high-powered venue projector to pull up on a screen properly, what chance do you think of having a home projector pull up? Oh my goodness. I love this. I love this, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I enjoy my job because I get some interesting reads like every once in a while. I don't know if I told you the story. I had a customer freaking rant go off on this insane rant with me because I didn't pay his custom tax. I was like, okay. A custom tax. Are you kidding me? You know why we do demonstrations on, and y'all want to pick all these big high power projectors. Let me show you what I test my screens on when we first start off. That projector right there, that is a Sony portable projector at 1,000 lumens, 720p SVGA. See this little thing right here? My screen paint was able to pull an image outside at around in the evening at more than 12 feet back and produce an image with no problem. And this ambient light able to produce an image at 24 feet back, which means my screen was sitting here and my projector was sitting way back there. Why? I had floodlights standing in front of the projector to cut down the lumens so the projector couldn't start off with 1,000 lumens from the door, and had the place fully lit. And that screen was able to travel at 1,000 lumens, probably way less than that by the time it hits all this, we cut down and make contact with the screen, producing an image with no problem on a black surface. That's the kind of test we put our products through. So that means I can easily come in here and flex on one of these machines and use this with no problem whatsoever because I know what I put my stuff through. We don't do our ambient light rejection test inside. We do them outside. If you go to my YouTube channel, you will see a video pop up and it will show a video of me painting a Supreme outside against a white and gray screen. And not only producing contrast, producing color and producing white levels outside. But that's not right. That's not possible. Well, like I said, I did it live, and I said this before. Someone said I have like magical powers. Like I said, if that's the case, then I should be ruling the world because if I can manipulate time and space, I mean, you guys should be calling me Thanos. That's funny. Man, cut that tree up pretty fast, man. That thing is gone. Oh, good job. But look at the people now. People look at say, look at the black levels. Okay. I guess that's so. Hey, hold on. Now you see what you're missing. It's a piece of styrofoam paint with black technology. Background's supposed to be black, not gray. Nah, they won't. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me. I've been in this business for what, since 2012? I didn't had everything come at me. I didn't had people that don't like me. I've had companies that don't like me. I even had a few companies try to sue me. So, whatever. I mean, bottom line is, I mean, if you want to say that, and if you feel that you want to go into a courtroom and you want to do a paint-on demonstration, I mean, I'm willing to do that, but they're not willing to do that for the fact that if my screen does show their screen, then it's pretty much going to damage their company's name. So therefore, they'd rather just do one of those cease and desist orders and say, just stay away from our stuff and leave us the freak alone. Yeah, if you're going to do a window display at the store, I would suggest you go with the rear projection screen paint, which we have under the Supreme, which I got to do one of them. I forgot I got to do a DJ. Yo, just remind me. I got to do a DJ screen, which I forgot completely about. We're going to use the black invisible technology on that. But you have to go with the Supreme 8 ambient light projection. That's the invisible stuff. That's the stuff that will allow you to be able to see through the screen on both sides. I got to go upstairs on Amazon and order me a DJ screen because I have to do that demonstration, and I have to get me a spray gun too because I don't have one here. I got to get a Wagner 150 for that. That's what I need. That's what I need to get my hands on. We got to do the DJ screen. I got to get some lights and everything to light it up, some sound system. We went on that pretty good. Yeah, it's called the Invisible 8. That's what you need. That's exactly what you need to do it. Do not use the other screen paint because you will jack up your freaking display, and I do not want to be responsible for that one. But yeah, that's what you have to use. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I'm glad I got a hold of you, because yeah, you don't want to paint that onto your screen at all, because that right there, if you use the other paint, it's not going to work. I'll do a paint on demonstration with it because I have to do a DJ screen. I think we're going to use what projector we want to use for the DJ screen. Whew. We'll use that one right there. That is an Epson ultra short. That we'll use that screen right there. That's what we're going to use. We're definitely going to use that screen right there. Okay, we use the Epson ultra. We'll get you up nice and close to the screen right there. So you see we can produce color and contrast. You're not getting contrast from these screens. They can't produce it. We have to do this outside. Now, the reason why I have the screen like this, because what we're going to do is, I did a paint on demonstration with the Supreme 8 outside. We're going to do another demonstration. Screen right here is the same screen we used for the Supreme demonstration, and we're going to paint over part of the screen with the 12 technology. Well, actually, that Supreme Black 12 technology outside. So we're going to do another one. That is going to replace the video that I have previously of the 8, because we can't develop the 8 anymore due to the fact, like I said, the companies we were going to get the products from to make it no longer make it. So, you know, it's just one of those things that just happens. So I have to redo that video because I can't keep displaying an 8 on something I don't have anymore. So we're going to read that video. We're going to use 12 technology instead. So that's what we're going to do in that demonstration. Let's bring up, let's see. Let's bring up, no. I need a black level. This is called, you can put up on your projector, they're called black level screen tests. So pretty much, this is how you can see if your screen is producing a black level. Start from the beginning. And that's what I told you before, that anytime you watch a demonstration on a gray or white screen, especially a gray screen, if you notice this kind of gray look around the screen right there, and in the middle has a kind of a tannish look to it, when it kind of a faded kind of black to it, that shows you clearly that the screen is not in contrast. And I haven't had takeout pizza in so freaking long. I got a friend of mine who works at Uber Eats. I got to give him a call. I haven't had a pizza in a while. I haven't had pizza since March the 11th. Florida is 2 to 3 business days to ship to Florida. As a matter of fact, I'm in the process of doing a few orders today. So you would get a tracking number today, and you'll be shipped out tomorrow. And I say, don't get me wrong, these screens do produce. Yeah, he's right. These screens do produce nice, bright colors. But the problem is, like I said, everything involves contrast. If that wasn't the case, they would not bother putting a 20,000 to 1, 10,000 to 1, 12,000 to 1, even 16,000 to 1 contrast on a projector if it wasn't needed. Yep, we ship fast to Florida. How fast do you want it? I have a giant slingshot in the backyard. If you can pinpoint the location, I can put it there and share it with you. I remember Amazon was going to do that with the drones, the flying drones that would deliver your stuff. How bad was that going to turn out? Truthfully, be honest, okay? How bad was that really going to turn out if Amazon really had giant drones delivering their items? Somebody said, I'll get myself a potato gun. It'd be free presents from the sky. That's pretty messed up. How easy would it be to take one of those? People wouldn't even care about the gift. They would just want the drone. You know how big that drone was? I mean, pretty much. I mean, I'm not trying to say how to do it, but all you would have to do is just technically, if you would do a net over top of it, you'd probably jam the motors up. But if you're pretty good at drones anyway, you could repair it anyway. But that's just kind of crazy. You know what I mean? They're going to use drones to deliver people's packages. Now, you're sitting there across the street, and you're watching your neighbor Bob across the street. A drone drops in front of his house. I mean, it's kind of like thinking, like, you know, I could easily get that drone. Because I wouldn't even thinking about the gifts. It'd be the drone I'd be more interested in, not the gifts. And then they had something else they had on To Know. I think it's something that comes on Facebook about new technology they're bringing out. And one of them was like a freaking, like a kind of robot version of a mailman. No good could come of that. No good could come of that. I can see right now Fido the Rockwaller going toe-to-toe with that one. Ah, yes, I do. I do have reviews of my customers. As a matter of fact, in quite a few of my links, I actually show off a couple of demonstrations of customers who have shared pictures on our Facebook page. We have a fellow who basically, it's the first Chinese projector that worked on our technology. He was able to prove it. Actually, we got into a conversation in here, and he was saying that he bought the 8 and he used it on one of the overseas Chinese projectors. And I was like, let me see the pictures. He posted them. It worked perfectly on that projector, not all of them. So I have those links in there. We have another fellow who we posted his projector to the projectors that we support. He was displaying a Philips. Now I know Philips makes projectors, but back in the day they made good sized projectors. Now they make these little portable projectors. And he had a 700 lumen ultra short throw that he posted pictures of it working on the screen. Those are pictures. So those pictures, you can go to any one of my links and you can click on them and see those pictures, but we do have videos. I have testimonies from a church overseas where they used our screen paint on a 500-inch screen, clustered in lights. There was a demonstration that I did at a customer's house. I painted their screen in live on camera. There was another demonstration I did on a pink stucco wall. That was pretty interesting. So we had to take a sander and we had to sand in the screen, like sand in literally the screen from the stucco because they didn't want it removed. And we had to paint the screen into the stucco. So it's called the pink stucco wall. Look under anything that says under Immerse 4K Cinema and put in pink stucco wall from customer. I have other customers actually posted demonstrations too also. Yep. All right, so we're doing that one right there. Yep. Let me see. Let's go get, I'm still trying to research how much the 4K Christie's going to cost me because I need a 4K. The PS4 is 4K, and they don't jerk us around this time. I mean, because every time I turn around, that's the first thing they say. It's going to be 4K. It's going to be 4K. It's going to be 4K. And to find out it's not 4K, it's using compressed 4K. So that's the real 4K. I want to freak a native 4K PS5. That's what I want. If I'm dropping this kind of money on it, I want a native 4K, native 4K PS5. That's what I want. And for goodness sakes, put an optical output on the back of it because they used to have the optical outputs on them. But these versions right there, the Slims over there, they don't have a freaking, which is kind of messed up. So hopefully they put an optical output on the back of it or some kind of form of a 4K HDMI signal, something. Audio on the back would be pretty nice. I know it's kind of asking a lot. But at least, for goodness sakes, make it native 4K. Because we've been talking about native 4K for the longest time when it came to systems. And every time you turn around, you see the system. Mind you, when you're looking at that system, that is, let's say show you the actual console, chances are they're using it off the PC that they're using to design the game off. Because you ever notice how you look at it? From their showroom point of view, and the graphics look amazing, and then you get it and you're like, something doesn't seem right here. Yeah, the wow factor's not there anymore. So I'm hoping that it is native 4K. If it's native 4K, I'll buy a 4K projector. My 1080p show has 4K quality on the 12. Huh. You mind showing us pictures, buddy? I'm only messing with you. I'm messing with you. I've done that demonstration already. I've done a 720p projector versus a PX747 4K projector by Viewsonic. Look it up. I did a demonstration already. I actually did 4 of them. I did multiple 720p projectors versus the PX747, which is Viewsonic's 3500 lumen 4K projector when it first came out. I bought one. But yeah. Did the demonstration already. But yeah, you show me those pictures, buddy. I want to see those pictures. How dare you come on my channel and make that kind of accusation? How dare you? All right, hold on for a minute. Just we're going to do something. I can paint over the screen again, so I'm not worried about it. We're going to go over here. Let's pull up.
Donald Trump. They
Ugh.
voted him in, but we voted
I don't do the political thing. I don't. We all know that.
today.
All right, about 196 inch. I've done this screen right here. I made 2 quarts of it. I probably used about a quart and maybe a half to knock out that screen right there because this is a 1-coat application. It's not like you got to do 3 or 4 coats on it. You probably have a little more left over to do something else with. All right, so this is what we're going to have some fun doing right now. I'm going to do something interesting right now. We're going to do something pretty cool right now. We are going to, let me see if I can find it. All right, here we go. All right, just give me a minute. Right there. I can always paint over the screen again for the outside demonstration, so that's pretty easy to do. So just think this is right. Grab some 12. I want to do a little paint demonstration real quick. Screen. contrast. Have a little fun with it. 4200 lumens. A projector that has no contrast whatsoever. That projector, I think, has a 3000 to 1 contrast. So, I'm going to use some of the black technology right there. Get me a roller. Hopefully, I remember where I set that at, so I don't make the mistake of tripping over that and killing myself. Go. Now you see how the image gets brighter? Watch the image pop. It's going to get brighter and brighter and brighter as the screen starts to dry. And that's it. Tell you that contrast is everything. And the paint's wet. Keep in mind, just rolled it on. It's not even dry yet. It gets brighter as it dries. We go by how big a screen size from what we tested out. So we make it to about 196-inch screen. There you go. See how beat up and ugly this looks? That surface looks. Paint over anything you want. Styrofoam doesn't make a difference. It's a one coat application. Doesn't require you to put multiple coats on to get the screen to pop. Just one coat, that's it. It's a little crazy what I'm doing here, but might as well. It slices, it dices, it does it all. For the low, low price of $19.95, you can have it too. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this post office shipping bag into a projection screen. You're insane, it can't be done, but it can be done. Just like that, Jack. Just like that. Gotta have fun, people. Life is too short not to have fun. All right, so let's throw my fan on. And let's remove this. So this doesn't blow and hit something and damage something in the house. You don't want that. All right, so look. Go to the website. In the website, there's a description, specification sheet on the product. It tells everything that you can paint it on, what projectors you can use it with, what time you can use it in the evening hours. All that information is right there on the website. If you see 1 gallon and it says 100 inch to 196 inch, that's what you can get out of the screen. And of all that information will be there for you. I'm gonna let this dry a bit. We're gonna do, what was that test that we did? The city test, here we go. Do that city test real quick. And this is when I showed you with the city scenery. Just to show you, from those you were looking at the screen thinking, oh, well, wait a minute, it's pulling off black. It's not pulling black. Like I said, that's the sizes we have. When you go to the website, you'll see where it says 100 inch to 120 inch. That's what you can get out of it, 100 inch to 120 inch or 126 inch for 1 quart. Now, when you want to break down measurements of certain customized screens, I would suggest you go over to, what do you call it, projectorscentral.com, and go over there and build your customized screens from there, because you can punch in the model number of your screen. You can go in and get the special sizes that you want, because I build a lot of 235.1s. But within that range of 100 inch to 126 inch, that's what you can get out of it. Now, that's why I showed you all this, the demonstration first, where you can see the contrast on those 2 screens, and I just splat my paint on it. Any sloppy job doesn't make a difference. Just to show you that that's how much you're losing from your projector. Kind of reminds me, every year seeing cartoons like, you know, like the Roadrunner, where he'll paint a doorway, and basically for the Roadrunner to slam into, and the Roadrunner will go right through it, and then he'll try and slam into it. It kind of reminds me of that. Come on, what is the width? What is the width to what? Are you trying to get the proper measurements for 120 inch? Oh, you're talking about the, okay, keep in mind, if you're doing this with the screen paint, different measure of size. If you're doing this with the invisible 2 quarts will paint a screen size of 300 inches because it's a 1 coat application. It's a little different than the screen paint. This stuff is made like milk. So it's a dusting of a coating. That's all you need to do it to get the application to react. All that information is right on the website. Here we go. With the commercials. I don't do those. We don't do the political commercials. Oh, no, you're good, you're good. I kind of suck at math. Like, I never liked math. Funny thing about it is, I took up any career that had nothing to do with math, which 2 careers I did take up involved a lot of math. IT tech, which is one of them. The other one basically was culinary arts, because there's definitely math in that. You have to learn, what do you call it? Good gracious. Advanced fractions. Advanced fractions, which means you have a cookbook that makes a serving for something like 50, 60 people, because that's how those cookbooks are designed. They're designed to feed 50 or 60 people, and they want you to break it down to only 10 people that are going to show up. So, advanced fractions. And I was like, good gracious, why? But thank you for helping them out. All right, thank you. All right. What do you want me to post here? All right, look, do me a favor. Shoot me an email because I don't have the information here from my email, but if you check any of, go to the website, or you don't know where the website is, just check any of the videos. Shoot me an email, and I'll basically go in and send you any information you want to know, okay? All right? All right. All right, with that being said, I think I'm going to go grab something to eat. I'm done here because I haven't eaten anything all day. This will be the first time I have something to eat. Usually when I get up in the morning, I usually don't get much time to feed or eat or anything like that. I want to get everything taken care of. But I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I have to paint over this screen again, so this is going to be gone. And I have to go do this demonstration outside because we're going to do an outside demonstration. Except for we're going to use the 5200 lumen projector. And the reason why we're going to use the high power projector, because some people say, well, you're using a high power projector. Keep in mind, there's 3 screens up there. There's a gray screen, there's a white screen, and then there's our screen. So everybody's going to be out there at the same time. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. So that way you can see that the one fellow that kept saying, well, with black technology, it's so dark, you can't see this, that, and the other. No, you have to have contrast. Contrast is very, very important. Oh, no, you're good, Peter. You're good. You got to ask questions, man. You're good. You have a good one, man. All y'all have a good one out there. Be safe, and God bless, okay?